I was hanging around with nothing else to do. It's about time that I found something.
Hi, I'm Konrad Meachum.
And I'm Mike Kelsey, and we'd like to welcome you to Trading Tracks. So listen, this is a joint project between me and Konrad. You know Konrad from the Grown Folks Groove Show, and hopefully you know me from Funkin from the Basement. And this is something that we talked about doing for a long time, and it's kind of crazy to think that right now I'm like 20 minutes outside of Washington D.C. Konrad is in London, and the technology of the world today is allowing us to put this whole thing together.
It sure is. And it's really exciting because I remember when Mike first brought it up, he said, look, it'd be great if we could do something together. So we took a little time and we kind of figured it out and we were able to come up with this format. And I think this format really works. And what we're going to bring to you guys is an insight into how we think and how we come up with tracks and what we do in order to get our shows up and running. And we're just going to talk about some of the experiences and some of the emotions that some of these tracks have brought to us.
Yeah, and that's the key word is emotions right there, because there is so much that comes together. And I kind of laugh because I often wonder if people understand how much work goes into putting a show together. Even something as simple as what we did yesterday with the Christmas program. But we don't want to do it like everybody else. We've got our own styles.
You say simple, Mike. That was one of the hardest programs I've ever had to put together.
Well, see, I'm not gonna lie.
So I had to bring my level up.
Oh wow, no, see, I'm not gonna lie. I stole some from an old script that I did, back in the day. I freshened it up with some new stuff, but it's a labor of love. It really is a labor of love to put together a 2-hour program.
It definitely is, and it's not something that comes really easily because you're not just throwing songs together. You have to put them in an order that makes sense so that they lead into the next one. And you do get breaks where you can change the whole entire tempo and go from a love song to a hard rock song, but it's all in how you deliver it. But anyway, we can talk about that all night long. I think it's best that we don't bore you guys to death, and let's get into some music. And this week, I'm going to go first because this is our pilot, and I've just come across a track, and I think this is a great track to start with. So let's get started. Whoa, that was
That was a good start. That was a good start. I was kind of laughing to myself on that one. So, okay, let's do this. Let's reset a little bit, because I was going to say to Konrad, you know me, but you all need to know this. Konrad and I have never met face to face. Think about that for a minute now. All the synergy, all the communication that we have, I have never sat down face to face, person to person, and had a conversation with this man.
That's absolutely true. And it's one of those type of things. And Mike was telling me how his daughter had questioned that because of how well we get along and the synergy between us. And I'm having the same thing in my house. My daughter's like, so who is this new friend you got? You guys get along like you've known him for a long time. And it's really amazing. But it's a great thing because we should know each other more as far as running into each other, because we actually grew up not that far from each other, didn't we?
Yeah, about 20 minutes away. I grew up, for those in the area that know, the DC metro area. I grew up near Rosecroft Racetrack. And so we definitely had crossed some paths at some point. But when I was going to say Konrad knows me, what I was going to talk about was a few years ago, I went to a cookout, and I am the chill out in the back kind of type. And every year at this cookout, at the end of the cookout, they do karaoke. And my wife has been begging me for years to sing karaoke with her. And I was like, sweetie, you don't want that. And we ended up singing The Spinners, Then Came You. And I must have got 5,000. That was the most seen video. She posted that damn thing on YouTube. I was so mad at her for that. But you know what? People were like, yo, man, you never told us. No. It ain't that kind of party. But it's my turn to do the music. And so Konrad came with The Spinners. Yeah, I dug that one. But as he was playing that one, this one came to mind for me. And Rad knows, that's my man right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Michael McDonald. He did a live show online a couple months ago. And it was really nice. It was really nice. I was glad I caught that. So this is my pick to start out the show.
I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again. I keep forgetting how you made that so clear. I keep forgetting every time you're near. Every time I see your smile. Hear your hello, saying you can only stay a while. And I know that it's hard for you to say the things we both know are true. But don't walk away, keep forgetting we're not in love.
See, that's one of those songs where, fellas, brothers, we've been there. I thought one thing, you thought something else. And who won? Who really won at the end of that argument? Hey, I ain't got nothing else to say on that one. That's all yours, man.
All right. Well, that was a great pick as usual. You bring it when you come. I'm gonna take it to. I'm gonna go real deep soul. We're gonna go some old country boy.
Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, talking about how she can make it right. Yeah, happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh.
You know, Al is my man, and I've got story after story about me as a child listening to Al Green. And I'm not a spring chicken, but you remember 8-tracks.
Oh,
So
yeah.
whenever Al Green would come up with a new album, my mother would go and she'd get the 8-track. And whatever we had to do that day, we would ride around and we listened to the 8-track of Al Green. And by the end of our journey, whatever we had to do that day, I pretty much knew all the words to Al Green. And I swore I sounded like Al Green. I was probably about 10, 11 years old, but
That's
you couldn't tell
funny.
me I wasn't Al Green.
That's funny. You know, it's funny. You talked about spring chicken, and I hate to say this because this is a guilty pleasure, but before we started recording this, I was watching Maury. Don't judge me, all right? So I'm watching Maury, and this girl says, "I can't believe I got pregnant by that man. He's so old." And the guy says, "Well, how?" She goes, "He's at least in his 50s." I was like, "Well, damn." She was like, "He's at least 53." I'd have thought by that point he couldn't. I was like, "Wow, really? Okay."
That's what we doing now, huh?
Right. That's what we doing now. All right. I like the Al Green. You know, I'm kind of in a mood today. I'm kind of in a space today. And I'm gonna get out of it at some point. But I'm still there right now. So, you know, when you talk about that love and happiness, you got to worry that one day she just might be gone. And that's what kind of came to mind as I was listening to the Al Green. It was Hall and Oates, She's Gone. So let's give this one a try.
Everybody's high on consolation. Everybody's trying to tell me what is right for me. Yeah. My daddy tried to bore me with a sermon, but it's plain to see that they can't comfort me. Sorry, Charlie, for the imposition. I think I got the strength to carry on. Yeah, I need a drink and a quick decision. Now it's up to me who she's gone. I better learn how to face it. She's gone. I pay the devil to replace her. And she's gone. What went wrong? Get up in the morning.
Man, yeah, that one right there. I remember seeing them. I think I've told you this story before that I went to, my wife and I, we saw a show. It was Hall and Oates, Michael McDonald, and the Average White Band. And that had to be one of the best shows I ever saw.
Wow, that would be a good combination. I've man, that's a good show. I would have loved to have seen that. Really, that's really cool.
Yep, yep.
Love me some Michael McDonald. It's the I'm like you. I'm an older guy, and I like reading liner notes. And since we've gone to this digital age where everything's MP3 and stuff, I have to hunt down and figure out who's on what and all that kind of stuff. But I remember back in the day listening to Steely Dan and having some voices on it. That voice sounds familiar. It could be anybody like Michael McDonald or anybody with Steely Dan, and I kind of miss having those liner notes to read. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring us a little bit forward. This one's gonna shock you.
I'm feeling high. My money's gone. I'm all alone. Too much to say. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day! What a day! What a day! Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would be well earned. If we were made in His image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they
Erica Badu, Miss
Okay,
Badu.
that was good. That was So Erica, you've seen her live before, right?
No, I've not seen her.
Really?
No,
Really?
I have no.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've seen her a couple times, and it's just I thought I was an Erica fan and that I knew her music and her catalog.
Hmm.
Every time I see her, I come away feeling like, no, you really don't. She got a lot of stuff out there
She
that you don't know about.
she really.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you now, everybody, I'm gonna be totally honest. I walked in there waiting to hear Tyrone all night. And when I walked out and I didn't hear Tyrone, I gotta tell you, I was a little disappointed. All right. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little disappointed that there was no Tyrone that night.
That's funny. That is so funny, Tyrone. I saw a video the other day where these two young kids they were hearing Tyrone for the first time, and it kind of blew them away. It's like, oh wow, she keeping it real. So
Mm.
yeah, Erica's got a deep catalog, and it's really eclectic stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know. I definitely did not know that. So yeah, we walked in waiting to hear that, and we're like, oh damn, what happened to Tyrone? She tell my thank you good night. We're like, nah. We ain't heard Tyrone yet. I like that. I like Erica a lot. I was going through my library to see what I was gonna come back at you with. And I gotta do some work on my music here because I don't have everything back yet. I just made some changes. But this one jumped out at me. This is one of my favorites from this group here. And I haven't played this one in a while. I was playing this quite often for a while there.
Baby, you can't go on wondering where you belong. Let me help you find yourself, 'cause you don't need nobody else. Oh, you should be right here with me, babe. Instead of going around this frantic town, stop messing around with all the lonely, lonely people out there. No one to care. Won't you come and stay with me because I love you so? Tell me you love me so. Why do you have to go? Everything you'll ever need, you will find right here with me.
I'm not a DeBarge fan. I'm a Switch fan. But that one right there, man, I could play that every week.
I didn't know you had to be in either one camp or the other.
You know what? You're right about that. You're definitely right about that.
Because I'm a fan of both of them. I thought both of those were just top notch, and even some of the stuff that Elder Barge did on his own, I really liked it. You know
Hmm. Hmm.
that threw me for a curve. That threw me for a curve. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna have to go this way. So I hope you can hold it on.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Mr. Kenny Burke.
Yeah, I like that.
Now I was lucky enough to see him live.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I did, and that was really incredible because I didn't know he was that popular over here to end up being over here doing a show.
Speaking of over there, now you're a DC boy just like me.
That's right.
How'd you end up in London, man?
Wow, that's a good question. So when I was in DC, I grew up in DC, like Mike said. I was working an armed security job where I was guarding government buildings, and I came into contact with this other security guard who was working in government buildings, and she came to relieve me one morning, and because I used to work nights, and when I gave her the keys, I grabbed her hand and held her hand, and from there I knew, wow, she's really special. Now this story can be very long, but I'm gonna give it to you as short as I can. So ended up, I lost her number, ran into her again, ended up going out. We dated, and we used to talk on the phone for hours and hours. She has a lot of similar interests to me. She loves music. She likes dealing with cars and stuff. Real soulmate. One day, I really got tired of hearing her talk about London, London, London. I was like, why do you talk about London so much? She said, because that's where I'm from. And what sealed the deal for her was that I never noticed her accent.
Really?
So we ended up getting married. And after we were married, probably about 3 to 6 months after that, she got kind of homesick. And, DC was the murder capital of the world. Was no need for me to stay there. So we packed up all our things like the Beverly Hillbillies and moved to London. So that's how I ended up here.
Wow, that's a story. I was always on how you ended up. That's cool. So where are we gonna go? I'm thinking. This is one of my favorites. And speaking of London, I'm gonna step on your toes over there in London for a minute and jump over there because I've always had a thing for this young lady right here, and she teamed up with one of my favorite bass players on this one, and I'm talking about Corinne Bailey Rae, and this is one of my favorite songs from her.
Whispering in his ear, my magic potion of love, telling him I'm sincere and that there's nothing too good for us. And I just got to be me, whispering in his ear, my magic potion of love, telling him I'm sincere and that nothing is too good for us. But I want to be free, 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 and I just got to be me,
Man, that lady right there.
Wow. Boy,
Have
oh
you met her
boy.
yet?
Nope, never met her.
No.
Never met her. Never met her. That's
Oh,
enough to meet her.
That would be a top of the list meet right there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. See, y'all don't know. Mike is a veteran. And I have to be careful with Mike because see how Mike pulled that track out? I've never heard that track before.
Oh.
It could take me into deep water and I end up drowning. So I got to be careful because I've never heard that one and I love it. That was a great combo. Her and Marcus.
Yep, absolutely.
Goodness. Since we talking about you, tell me how you came up with the name for your show, Funkin' from the Basement.
Wow. So It came from two things. Well, number one, I'm literally sitting in my basement, and outside of this nice space that I have here, if you took two steps out that way, you'd be like, yeah, he in the basement for real. I mean, there's the old workout equipment over there. There's now a clothes rack kind of thing, and it's all down here. So that number one, and number two, there was a guy. His name is Randy Kilpatrick, and he's a bass tuner, a bass modification is what he does, and he talks about that everything that his whole Bassworks, his company's called Bassworks, and it's based out of his basement. And I always thought that was just such a cool idea. And being a bass player, I took the word bass, BASS, and added that to MENT, and that's how the show came together. There are a lot of things that I was thinking about this, Rad, that there are a lot of little tricks that I do in the show, and one of them is if you ever notice when I do the intro to the show, I thank Konrad, because it's because of Konrad that I'm here and we're doing this now, because doing this was not something I wanted to do, but I didn't want to do. I was always the guy in the background, and I was comfortable with that. But if you ever notice, I always thank Konrad. I thank the folks that run the operation, and I always thank Team Kelsey, and I always say thank you, and thank you. And I often wondered if people understand when I do that, I'm thanking my wife, my oldest daughter, and my youngest daughter when I say thank you, and thank you.
I didn't know that. I thought all of that was for your wife.
No. That's for my wife and the girls.
Oh, that's cool. See, and I didn't know that. I really did not know that.
There you go. I'll share some more little insights with y'all later. But Rad, what you got, man?
Okay. Since we're in London, let's stay in London, because London's a lovely place to be. These girls are from Peckham, Flowetry.
Just tell her. See, I've been watching you for a while. Your smiling style. Wanna know if I can be with you for the night. Alright? Is that alright? Baby. There is only one for me. You have made that a possibility. We could take that step to see if this is really gonna be. All you gotta do is say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me embrace you, babe. Open up your mind, just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me embrace you, babe. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. You made me so.
I love Marsha Ambrosia's voice.
Yes,
My goodness.
Yes, sir. All day.
Now, Mike mentioned that he liked to be the guy in the background, which astonished me, because one of the initial conversations we had after he got me on the WHUR show for an interview, he decided he wanted to do a radio show. And it perplexed me, because Mike has the golden voice. And I swore I've heard Mike on the radio before, because he's got that voice. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? But I've come to find out he hasn't done a show, and I find that crazy, because he's got the golden voice, and his style and his professionalism. Mike's show has made me up my game, and I'm gonna keep it real and keep it honest. He is the ultimate showman when it comes to the way he produces his show and the way he delivers it. So I'm so glad to have Mike working as my compadre on Channel Radio, and it's really helped me out. It's made me really start to enjoy doing this again. So I appreciate you, Mike.
Oh man, that's nice. Like I said, I was always I was in back, you know, and I was fine with that because I was into the music and making sure things flowed. And but I guess I picked up a lot along the way of understanding how to put a show together, how to make it flow, how to make it work. And so that's kind of where that came from. Thank you so much again, once again, for the opportunity to even be here. And I see you haven't tiptoed on the new show yet the new project that you're about to embark on. So I'll leave that up to you to do that, even though I just spilled the beans. Sorry about that.
That's a whole nother story. And it's a great story. And maybe later on, because it's, that story's long because I'm what's happening. Okay. So Mike came into Channel Radio, and then he's also got another show. So he was on Revenge FM. And I've been lucky enough to move over to Revenge FM as well. So we're partners in crime on Channel Radio. Now we're partners in crime on Revenge FM. And I'm really happy and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time. And I'm happy that you're there because while I enjoy doing the show at Revenge, there's a hole. There's definitely a hole in me doing the show because my man ain't there and I can't bounce off of him like you do on the channel show. So I do appreciate that. So listen, I got 2 songs lined up and I'm just trying to figure out coming off of that Floetry track. That was strong. And there was one I wanted to go to. Again, my music library is kind of messed up right now, but do you know about the Jazzy Fat Nasties, right?
Of course I know about the Jazzy.
That's where I was going next. I was going to All Up in My Face next. That was popped into my mind. I wanted to go there. Then I wanted to go to the brand new heavies. They weren't on my system either. Lord have mercy. Y'all hamstringing me now. So this lady here is another favorite. You can never go wrong here. So I think I heard Rad play this not too long ago, and I was like, damn, he got to that before I did. But I'm going to take advantage of my time now and go with this young lady, Minnie Riperton, one of my favorites from the album Adventures in Paradise. Yes, sir.
Things I say and do may not come clear through. My words may not convey just what I'm feeling, but I hope you recognize what's right before your eyes. Oh, your heart should realize from where I'm dealing. Baby, I'm trying to show you that I love you. Baby, I'm trying to show you that I care. Baby, I'm trying to tell you that I need you. Baby, I'm trying to tell you that I care.
I swear, y'all would think I could sing over here. Thank God this volume is down on this microphone. I'm waiting for my daughter to come around the corner and say, Daddy, please shut up, okay? But yeah, but no, you get down here, you just have a good time. And sometimes you forget you're like in this little space and it's just you. And you're literally just talking inside this little space and you're hoping somebody's out there listening to you. So I hope you guys are enjoying this because we're having a ball doing this.
We definitely are. And I think it's time for us to actually do a little promotion for ourselves. Mike, go ahead and tell them about your show.
So I'm on, like Konrad said, I'm on 2 different channels. I'm on Channel Radio, and that airs Mondays. Let's see, it's 9 p.m. in the UK, 4 p.m. in the East, and 1 p.m. in the West. That we are on channelradio.co.uk. And I'm also on Revenge FM, where we are motivated by music, by the way. And that's 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. in the East, 10 a.m. in the West. And that also repeats Thursday. So it's a great time. And now we're doing trading tracks as well. So we're just expanding and it's expanding. And it's really a good time. I hope you can enjoy me. I hope you can enjoy me. I hope you can, third take, I hope you can join me soon.
And they will enjoy your music. So I know where you were going with that. And I'm Konrad, and I do the Grown Folks Groove Show on Channel Radio. And my show comes on Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. GMT, and that's 2 to 4 p.m. in the East of the United States. We both play really good music, and we're not locked into a box. And that's one of the great things about us being able to do our show is we've been able to play any kind of music that we want to play. I play soul, funk, jazz, blue-eyed soul, Mike plays blues, heavy soul, deep funk. Mike does everything he wants to do, and I do everything I want to do. And we're covering everything, so you guys can be assured that you'll hear something on the show that you really like and enjoy. And the way it's delivered in a really family friendly way. So make sure you check us out. You've got all of our information to listen to us on the radio. And before we finish this podcast, we'll tell you how to get in touch with us. And let's go and get back into some good music, y'all.
I know I bought it on myself. I owe no blame to no one else. Now I realize I can't get over you. And though I do my very best, I just can't find happiness. And girl, it's all because I can't get over you. Hey, baby, thinking of you makes me cry. No matter how I try, I'm gonna love you by and
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Real strong, right?
Yeah, that was one I had locked and loaded just in case.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was you made me sweat a little bit on that one. I had to dig. I definitely had to dig to come back at you on that one. So I think I got you. Though. This man right here, I got to interview a couple of times when I was working with Mr. C. Oh, speaking of which, I talked to Mr. C yesterday.
Okay.
And I told him about what we were doing, and he said anytime we want him on to call him. So he would definitely be more than willing to come on with us. So that's really cool.
That's a shout.
Yeah, but when I was working with Mr. C at WHUR on Saturday mornings, I got to interview this guy a couple of times, and he's one of my favorites right here. So, yeah, Konrad's put me to work today, y'all. But that's okay. I always like a challenge. So let's do this. Let's go with some Michael Henderson for a minute there. In the nighttime. Funkin' from the basement, you're with Mike Kelsey. Just call me MLK.
Funny, just seems kind of funny that every time it's sunny, can't get along with my honey. Whoa, but in the nighttime, it always comes out right. In the nighttime, it always comes out right. Jogging, I can't keep up with you. In the park, I miss
That's a classic right there. That's DC right there.
You know what? I wanted to probably come back with some Donny Hathaway.
Ooh.
But by the time I would have found the right track to come back with that, it just wouldn't have worked.
Okay. We'll keep that one in mind.
We'll keep that in mind, definitely, because that was a monster. You bust me upside the head with that one, Mike.
See, this is that love that we were talking about, y'all. We can come at each other, but at the end of the day, we can laugh and we actually share notes on it and think
Absolutely.
about what could we have done to take it up the next level. So this is just the first one. We got a whole lot more coming. It's gonna get nothing but better for y'all.
Absolutely, because you know what? The idea of this, Mike actually came up with the idea, as I said before. He said we should do something together, and we ended up coming up with this. And I think this really works, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. And I'm gonna try my best to struggle back out of this hole that Mike dug for me.
I think about the day I met
Hopefully, Kim can help me
a
out.
perfect stranger. I think about us, and I think about the day I got wrapped around your finger. I think about us. The sun was shining on you. The Lord was smiling on me. And love was calling us. I had my mind made up. And I can't stop loving you. I can't help myself. And I can't get over you. No matter what I tell myself, baby. Never thought I'd ever love anyone else in my weakness.
You know, I get carried away with Kim, and I'll end up playing that whole song if I ain't careful.
I was about to say, let that thing go, man. Just let that go because I was on my way with that one. Wow, that was good. That was strong. That was strong. All right, you know what, y'all? I said that it's funny when we did a couple rehearsals for this. We always ended up in this slow lane. We start out with the funk, but by the end of the show, we were battling slow songs, and I ain't never seen no slow song battle before. But I'm not gonna go down without swinging. So we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give this my all right here. You ready? I'm going back to high school. I'm going back to heartbreak. I'm going back to that one that I thought was gonna be the one at the end of the day. Yeah, and turned out to not be once again. So I tell you what, Brad, I'm swinging. You brought me out swinging right about now. So this is a slow jam battle, y'all. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before, but that's what we're doing right about now. Slow jam battle. These boys right here, this was the soundtrack of my high school life right here.
I don't know what was said, my baby. I thought that everything was fine. You say you got to get away to find yourself. Now, lady, can't you tell? It's written all over my face. My days and nights would be a living hell if you go away. So think about the misery that you're gonna put me through. Goodbye. Doesn't mean nothing with you and I. Oh, no, no. Our love has stood through all the tests of time. Yes, it has. If you're planning to leave me behind, oh, let me put one more thing on your mind. If you ever leave me, baby, send for me. I'm just a telephone call away. Send for me. Put
said, put a message in a bottle.
Mike, I was getting ready to say the same thing. Put a message in a bottle, baby.
Just like you said, send up a smoke signal, something. All right. Just send for me. All right. You got it, man.
Mike almost killed me if we're going to have a slow jam battle because that's exactly what it is now. Because here's my left hook.
Oh,
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Nah, that's not going to work. Hold up. I'm going to stop this song. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to stop it. Mike ain't got no reason to be throwing no flags when it comes to this. Mike beat my brains out one night. Mike came left hook, right, cross. He came with every slow jam that we grew up with. And he gonna try to wave the flag on one track. I wish I would. That just gave me opportunity to start it over again. If you're from DC, you know this song without a doubt. I got to come up out of that with Mike. Sorry. That song just, man, that song just hurts me bad.
Yeah. That was rough. Yeah, you got me. Wow. I'm just glad that was almost over with after that one because I'm fitting to be struggling. See, that's what you got me. When I say I'm fitting to be, I'm fixing to be. You got me. I'm fitting to be stammering the rest of the day off of that one. So. That was cool, but again, that goes back to what you said. I mean, I wonder how many people know about Paris and Can't Let Go. I wonder how many people know about Terry Huff and Special Delivery, I Destroyed Your Love. Those songs that were HUR, Kevin James, Melvin Lindsay, staples and classics,
Bread and butter, without a doubt.
Even my man Manzi Poland, who I saw a couple days ago. I mean, those were songs that we just grew up on and I wonder if outside of DC folks know about. But I'm looking at my clock. Looks like we got about 2 minutes left. So I'm going to drop one more. And I'm going to say that do me a favor, reach out to me on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can search for Basement MLK. That's BASSMENT. MLK, or you can find me on the web at fftbshow.com. And again, my name is Mike Kelsey. Uh-oh. And I go by MLK. And it's been my pleasure trading tracks with my main man, Konrad, today. And I hope you guys can join me either on Revenge FM or on Channel Radio. Love to have you there.
Every night I would cry my heart out over you. It used to be every day I would wish you here close to me.
I just sit at home and I grieve. But now all that is changed. I found someone to ease my pain. And it don't, no, not now. Baby, it don't hurt now. No, not now. Well, there's no more sleepless nights, no more heartaches, no more fights. And it don't hurt now.
Signing off after that one. Man. You got it, brother. You got it.
Mike, that was a great track. Oh man. Yeah, you're gonna pull a flag out. Sure you right. Hey, look, guys, this is Trading Tracks. I'm Konrad, and I do the Grown Folks Groove Show over on Channel Radio. You can also get in touch with me on Twitter at GFG Show, on Instagram at GFG Show, and you can send me an email at gfgshow@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you guys soon. This is the Trading Tracks project that we've been talking about. We've delivered it, and we're going to keep bringing it back to you guys, so look out for it. Me and my friend Mike Kelsey, Trading Tracks.
You closing, man? You got the close song. Go on now.
Nah, you got the close. You closed it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go out on this then. How about that? Trading Track Show. So happy to be a part of this with my main man, Konrad. Stick around. We got more coming to you. We're going to do this at least once a week, all right? Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Mike, stop the track. Stop the track. Because this is incredible. Yeah. I've got the same song. I was about to play it. I kid you not. I've got the Diana Ross Marvin Gaye version.
Oh, wow. Once again. So there you go. That tells the story right there, man.
Go ahead, pull it on up.
All right, you got it.